So the San Jose Sharks might have just got themselves a steal, but before I get into it, if you could subscribe, hit that like and comment down below, it's a free way to support the channel and it would be really appreciated. So let's get into it. Filip Zadina has agreed to a 1-year deal with the San Jose Sharks worth $1.1 million. Now, talked about Zadina on the channel when he terminated his contract, where he gave up around $5 million in secure money, but he wants to prove himself and rejuvenate his career. That is such a ballsy move that I just can't help but respect it. So let's just talk about how Zadina did last season and throughout his career, and we'll go from there. 30 games last year, 3 goals, 4 assists for 7 points, and a -5. Nothing prolific. He's kind of dealt with injuries and being inconsistent throughout his career. For 190 games played, he's had 28 goals, 40 assists, and 68 points for a -51. The best point total he's ever had in his career was in the 21-22 season. In 74 games played, he had 10 goals, 14 assists for 24 points, which is not what you expect from a former 6th overall pick. You're expecting him to be an impactful player, but when he was in Detroit, it just did not pan out. So why do I think the Sharks got themselves a steal? You can see Zadina has the talent. He has the hands, has a good shot, has good playmaking ability. Let's be blunt. He has struggled to stay healthy at times throughout his career. He's had some seasons where he's played 70+ games, but I think a fresh start in a new system with not the 6th overall pick expectations on him, he can prosper. I mean, we saw somebody from the Czech Republic just last season revitalize their career in a way when Pavel Zacha moved from the New Jersey Devils to the Boston Bruins. Zacha looked like a completely different player. So when a high draft pick gets moved from a destination where it just wasn't working out, getting moved allows him just to kind of free up his game a bit. I don't think anyone would argue Zadina is not talented. You can definitely see he's got a great skill set that should work at the NHL level, but whether it be due to inconsistent play and just injuries piling up, he was never able to string along a huge amount of success with the Red Wings. And looking at the San Jose Sharks, they just picked 4th overall. They were not very good last season. They picked up Will Smith in the entry draft. He's looked at as a future #1 center with some good two-way game and outstanding skating skills, but he's a little bit further away because he committed to play for Boston College this upcoming season. But the Sharks are the exact type of team I even referenced in my previous video. They weren't very good. They're looking to improve. They're going to take some low risk, high reward type guys and see if it pans out. Now, looking at the depth chart up front thus far on Cap Friendly, you got some talented players. You got Logan Couture, Thomas Hertl. They brought in Anthony Duclair from the Florida Panthers, who had a pretty successful season, but you do notice a lot of guys 25 and younger up front. And I think Zadina would fit perfectly in this system. They have him slotted in the 3rd line. I could actually see him challenging for a 2nd line, possibly 1st line role, depending how the other players pan out. But at $1.1 million, this is a great bargain bin deal. Zadina does have talent. Who knows? Maybe he has a 40-point season because he definitely has the potential to do so. And the great thing about this is Zadina goes into a completely new organization and has a chance to establish himself at the NHL level. This will hopefully allow him to have the potential to turn around his career. He'll be getting a lot of ice time. I've noticed with the Sharks, whether it be with Duclair, Zadina, and even bringing in Blackwood from the Devils, who just couldn't stay healthy and struggled. They're bringing in a lot of low-risk, high-reward type guys on relatively cheap deals because last year was so bad for them, there's nowhere to go but up. I'm hoping on a human level, Zadina has a fantastic season next year. He has shown the flashes. He has the talent. He just needs to string it all together. And everyone wants to write him off as a boss and he's a terrible player. I've seen a lot of even content creation around that. But let's put things in perspective. He's only 23 years old. He has a lot of hockey left in him. Now, there's a good chance he won't ever live up to that 6th overall billing. But there's also a strong possibility he could develop himself into a fine NHLer. I'd like to know your thoughts down below. Do you think Zadina's signing with the Sharks was smart? Do you like that signing? You hate that signing? Make sure to comment down below. I'm Captain Paul, and I'll see you in the next one.